And welcome back to the Upside Sports Network. My name is Michael. Appreciate you guys joining us. Got home as quickly as I could. That way we could watch the game together anyway. As the Bills take on the Rams in the season opening game in L.A. The Bills march right down the field and get a touchdown first, of course, to Gabe Davis, no less. You might remember he scored 4 touchdowns in a playoff game last year for the Bills. Seems like he's picking up right where he left off. The Rams, unfortunately, were not able to score on their first possession. Von Miller getting a sack on Matthew Stafford in the first drive that the Rams had. Cooper Kupp looked good. It looked like Darrell Henderson got the first carry of the season for the Rams, but we'll see how this goes. Josh Allen back under center. It's now 2nd and 3 for the Bills on their second drive of the game. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. And there's a sack. Looks like Aaron Donald gets there for the first sack. No surprise there. Looks like the NFL ultimately was happy that the Rams are going to go ahead and punish those players internally. Got to think that the helmets that were swung around by Aaron Donald in that preseason or during a joint practice with the Cincinnati Bengals brought you back flashbacks of Myles Garrett. Looks like the NFL somehow was pleased with the punishment that the Rams, whatever that was, ended up giving him. I imagine they didn't want to have him out and have that be a storyline in the first game of the season. That one behind Diggs, but he makes the catch for the first down. Josh Allen in fine form already. If he had led him with that pass, that probably would have been an interception. As it is, that's a good first down completion on a third down play. Both the linebacker and the safety were there in front of the receiver. He threw it behind him where he could make that catch. Diggs has fantastic hands. 1st and 10 from the 25 now. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. Quick screen, wide receiver screen out to the outside. Oh, what a hit from the safety. Kind of led with the helmet. But a good stop there. First down Bills after the 10-yard gain. Jamison Crowder, one of the new Buffalo Bills receivers this year. Dawson Knox, of course, just signed that big extension with Buffalo. He's had quite the preseason. Lost a brother, of course, a few weeks ago. New offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey is there, taking over from Brian Daboll. And then, of course, now he just signs that big extension for 5 years. Another wide pass out to the outside. Isaiah McKenzie makes the catch there, right on the outside. 11-yard game right in front of Jalen Ramsey. Has a few words for him as he gets up. Looks like Buffalo is ready to go for this one. The offensive line is going to be a little bit worse than last year for Buffalo, but you do have Josh Allen. He's kind of a tank back there at quarterback. Fakes the handoff, flips to Knox on a tight end screen. Yanked down anyway by the linebacker and then run over. Late flag comes in. Could be a face mask, we'll see. But appreciate you guys joining us. Say hi. Join the community. Hit that subscribe button as we get underway for the NFL season. Personal foul, not sure what it was. Late hit possibly. Horse collar, yeah. It's not from behind, but it's on the shoulder, I suppose. Flips to Diggs. He probably just should go down, honestly, on that one. They're already in field goal range now. Looking to go up by 2 touchdowns here on the defending champions. 10 straight completions to start the game for Josh Allen. That's a career high. He is ready to go. This Buffalo team looks scary. We're not even a full quarter in. They already look like they're ready for the Super Bowl at this point. Oh no! Isaiah McKenzie had it pop off of his numbers and right to the linebacker. And there's a turnover. Not looking good. That was McKenzie who just kind of coughed it up. The one issue that the Buffalo Bills have is that the offensive weapons that they have aren't necessarily as great as they have been in the past. There's no Cole Beasley this year, no Emmanuel Sanders. That offensive line, while good, isn't quite as good as it was last year. They've had some changing parts along that front offensive line. But Josh Allen is definitely looking like the quarterback we all thought he would be coming into the season, a possible MVP favorite. That one literally hit Isaiah McKenzie in the numbers and just couldn't make the catch as he slid to the knees. Welcome back, kid. Appreciate you joining us again. Who you rooting for today, Rams or Bills? Or do you not have a dog in the fight? Josh Allen before that play was 10 of 10, 99 yards and a touchdown. Singletary 3 carries for 16 yards. Allen 1 for 7. Moss 1 for 1. Diggs already has 4 catches for 31 yards, a target monster already. Gabe Davis the 1 catch, though it was for a touchdown, 26 yards. So in PPR scoring, you're looking at 9.5 points already for Gabe Davis. For Stephon Diggs, you're looking at 7.1. Isaiah McKenzie had that nice first down play, but coughed that one up there. Jamison Crowder got involved. He was one of their new receivers. Dawson Knox had a 5-yard catch. And then, of course, that big penalty. Go ahead and get this pulled up for you guys so you guys can see where I'm at. Another run here by Henderson. No Cam Akers. Honestly, I'm very pleased by that. If I can get it to pull up for you guys, that'd be nice. Stafford flips to Cooper Kupp. Welcome back, Madden Zach. Appreciate you joining us yet again. Trying to get this screen to pop up for you guys so at least you guys can play or follow along. We're at the end of the first quarter anyway. Yep, I told you guys. Cam Akers, avoid him like the plague. Come on now. There we go. Finally got it to pop up. There we go. Voila. Alright, just so you can kind of see where everybody's at as far as stats go. Let's look at the box score here after the first quarter. On the Rams side of things, they haven't had the ball for very long. It's been all Darrell Henderson, though. That defensive front for Buffalo has proven to be a nice front so far. They are going to be probably the #1 fantasy defense this year. They have a very good defensive line. Their secondary is elite. I wonder how good their linebacking core is going to be. But for my money, they're going to be the #1 defense. But they're holding Darrell Henderson so far to 4 carries, 8 yards. Matthew Stafford, 5 of 5 for 49. He's only pushed the ball down the field a couple of times, once to Kupp and once to Higbee. That's where you can see that here in the LA side of it. Other than that, it's been all Buffalo here in the first quarter, aside from that interception that bounced off of Isaiah McKenzie's numbers right on his chest. Got to have that one. But Josh Allen, 10 for 10 before that pick anyway. 98 yards passing. Or excuse me, 99 yards passing. Singletary's off to a nice start. 3 carries for 16 yards. Who you guys rooting for in the game? Rams, Bills, or you hoping for just a good game? You don't have a dog in the fight? Or are you watching for fantasy? But so far it's Bills 7, Rams nothing. There we go. Stafford flips out to Henderson again, but that defense is swarming over there. Micah Hyde, the safety, coming up on the coverage. He gets away from him, but not away from the second defender. Nice work there. Good coverage down the field. He had to throw it to Henderson. He was the only one open. And it's 4th down yet again for the Rams. Rams looking a little bit sluggish so far, on offense anyway. Cooper Kupp only did a nice little 5-yard in route. Looks like he was more of a decoy on the play. Rams do like to have a lot of motion in their offense. McVay always likes to have a nice new wrinkle. Another punt here for the Rams. This one goes back to about the 13. Here we go. Up to probably about the 31, 32-yard line. A very nice return there by Crowder. Crowder was a target monster with the Jets for a couple of years. Now he goes to a Buffalo offense with a much better quarterback in Josh Allen. Should provide them a very nice #3 receiver. Alrighty, here we go. This will be the 3rd drive for the Bills. First one resulted in a touchdown. Second one was that interception off of Isaiah McKenzie's chest. Josh Allen under center for this snap. Fakes the handoff, flips it out now. Zach Moss gets a nice 2-yard gain. Rams brought a little bit of pressure that time. Bills trying to keep him off balance by going play action so far. Appreciate you guys joining us again. If you guys are just joining us for the first time, we cover the NFL, MLB, NBA, and the NHL. Handoff here to Moss. It's a fumble. Who has it? Rams have it. Wow. Looks like Floyd has it. Is that the rookie running back, James Cook? Yep, that was the rookie running back, James Cook. Second round pick. Looks like he just didn't have it secured. And yeah, it did come out before he hit the ground. Nice hit by Scott, and I can't see the other linebacker who made the play. But yeah, that ball came out before he hit the ground. Scott lost his helmet on the play. Another turnover here by Buffalo. Leonard Floyd with the awareness to hop on top of that one, but Rams, after struggling early in this game, have the deep inside Buffalo territory looking to get on the board. Dalvin Cook's brother, James Cook, with the fumble on that one. They're going to go under center with Stafford here at the 36-yard line. The snap, the run, that's going to be a loss of 1. That Buffalo front is just throwing them running backs around. Looks like that was Cam Akers on his first carry. Nothing doing there. Ed Oliver there on the stop. Good run stopper up the middle. Number 91. Oliver just shoving the offensive lineman wherever he wanted him. Stafford picked off. What a mistake. He was touched down by the receiver, but he's going to take it all the way to the house anyway, just in case. But he was touched down. That's a turnover there by Stafford. Just did not throw an accurate ball on that route. That could be just poor communication between receiver and quarterback. That might not be on Stafford completely. But in either event, both teams turning over the ball. That one was well behind Higbee, though. Not a good offensive set there by the Rams. Getting the turnover from James Cook and then immediately turning it right back over. Dane Jackson on the interception there. Sorry about that, guys. We'll get that spammer out of here in just a moment. I imagine we'll have a fair amount of them with the NFL now underway today. We do have one moderator. They'll be handling most of that for me today. But as we get this stream going, if we get more and more people joining, if we get this stream up over, say, 30 viewers at some point, we may have to have a second moderator. We'll see. But don't be afraid. Say hi. Join the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. Who's your fantasy quarterback this year? Is Josh Allen your guy? Stafford there with the interception on the poor throw there to Higbee. I told you that the secondary of the Bills was going to be really good this year. Dane Jackson, not exactly the biggest reason why I thought they were. More about Tre'Davious White, but he's out the first 4 games of the season. Tre'Davious White is probably the best cornerback for my money in the NFL. I know there's an argument to be made for Jalen Ramsey. I would say Jalen Ramsey is probably the more talented of the two, but who's the better corner if I had to pick one? Give me Tre'Davious White. Justin Herbert getting an ad here for SoFi. Appreciate you guys joining us. If you're just joining us for the first time, hit that like button and subscribe. Say hi, join the chat, let us know who you're rooting for. Talk some smack. If you're a 49ers fan, give it to the Rams. If you're Rams, give it right back. But so far, Josh Allen, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Three turnovers in the last 9 plays in this game. As you might expect, some early season issues with ball security. Nice toss over there to Gabe Davis, his second reception of the day. It looks like he is going to be the second receiver in this offense by a mile. He got that early touchdown, that 26-yard toss. That's his second catch now for 5-6 yards, it looks like. They show Leslie Frazier, the defensive coordinator for the Bills this year. Daboll, the offensive coordinator last year, moved on to be the head coach of the New York Giants. Ken Dorsey is now the offensive coordinator for the Bills. We'll see how they go through their hiccups in the early season. Nice carry there by Zach Moss. Gets a couple there up the middle. A'Shawn Robinson on the stop. Well, it's not been bad so far. I wouldn't say pathetic. I mean, as far as the turnovers, yeah, both teams would rather not have those turnovers. If this game were to be in the playoffs, you'd imagine those things would be ironed out. But other than that, it's been pretty well played, at least by Buffalo. Rams have had missed some opportunities on offense, I think. Their defense hasn't been bad. It's just that Buffalo's, as long as they're hitting their receivers, are hitting just fine. Another open target, Gabe Davis, his third catch. Really like him this year. He could be a low-end wide receiver 2 this year, high-end wide receiver 3 in fantasy. Gabe Davis now has 3 catches, 41 yards, and a touchdown. For those of you wondering, that's going to be, 7.1? That's going to be 13.1 fantasy points already for Gabe Davis. And we're not even through the first half. In ESPN standard scoring. Another pass. Diggs open along the sideline. Gets away from the corner, but Lewis tracks him down after gaining another 5-6 yards after the catch. Diggs crashes into the referee, and referee tells him to settle down. Looks like Diggs is going to go to the bench to settle down now. Looks like the corner was Hill on the coverage and just got burned. 5 catches, 52 yards for Diggs. Appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Looks like a running back screen goes to Singletary. Not a good route run there. He gets away from a couple of tacklers, though, and gets up to the 29-yard line. My bad, that was Zach Moss on the catch. It's his second catch on the day. It's going to be 2nd and 6 here from the 25-yard line of the Rams. Bills threatening to score yet again. This one flipped out to the side. Moss again gets a couple of yards. This time the defense actually wraps him up after a gain of 2. Nice work there. Hill loses his helmet again. These Rams need to buckle their chin strap. They keep popping off their helmet. It's like the 6th helmet I've seen fly off a Rams defender in the last 3 plays. Buckle your chin strap, boys. It's not practice anymore. But I'm cool. No, buckle your chin strap. It's there for a reason. Allen in the shotgun flips. Oh, a nice play over to Gabe Davis. They're begging for a flag, but I don't think they're going to get one. That was just out of the reach of Gabe Davis. Could have been some interference at the top of that route, but I don't think it was enough to draw a flag. We'll see if they go for it here. It wasn't a bad throw. It was right there. He did have his hand wrapped around the backside of the receiver. He didn't look like he was pulling him, though. Receiver still had a chance to make the play, just didn't get it done. Tyler Bass on for the kick. It is up and good. Bills take a double-digit lead here, 10-0, 8:48 left here in the second quarter. Bass should have a good start to the season, but if you're hoping for him to be a good kicker for you in fantasy, don't count on it. He does play in Buffalo after all. And they do usually like to go for it on 4th down. But we'll wait for this commercial break to end. Just check in on some of the stats from the game so far today. Josh Allen, 16 of 18, 143 yards, touchdown and an interception. That interception, of course, bounced off the numbers off the chest of Isaiah McKenzie. As far as your rushing attack for Buffalo, 7 carries as a team, 29 yards. Your leading rusher is Devin Singletary, 3 carries for 16 yards. Receiving, though, it's all been about Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs. Zach Moss already up to 4 receptions as well out of the backfield. So for those of you who drafted him late in your fantasy draft, not a bad start for Zach Moss. 4 catches, 16 yards. Gabe Davis with the lone touchdown of the game. 3 catches, 41 yards, and that 26-yard touchdown. That play action anyway over the that just basically fooled the entire Rams defense. Stephon Diggs, 5 catches, 52 yards. Looks like the top end wide receiver we all thought he was going to be coming into the season. But appreciate you guys joining us. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help us out. See if we can reach 660 here by the end of the evening. Got 14 of you guys with us right now. Appreciate that. Thank you for the like. Rams are about to get it again. Cooper Kupp so far for the Rams, 3 catches, 35 yards. Does have that 123-yard completion. Darrell Henderson opened the game as the team's starting running back. 4 carries, 8 yards. Cam Akers, they're saying no gain on the 1 carry he did have. He was stopped well behind the line. 3 defenders were there ready to meet Cam Akers. Just no rushing attack so far. And then that interception, of course, by Matthew Stafford that on the ball that was thrown behind Tyler Higbee. That resulted in the field goal there by Tyler Bass. And that's kind of where we sit, 10-0. Hope you guys are having fun. We did some barbecuing this week, earlier this week for Labor Day, so wanted to do more finger food for game day. So if you don't mind, I'm going to have a little bit while we watch. That's a horrible kickoff. Out of bounds. That'll go to the 40. Oops. First and 10 here from the 40. Looks like Henderson is the back again. They give it to him, and again, not much room there, but Henderson just lowers his shoulder and drives Ed Oliver and the other offensive or defensive lineman, number 92, a good 3 more yards. Good run there by Henderson. Offensive line not getting much push. That was all Henderson. As the NBC crew comments on the Stafford injury to the elbow, sounds like he's going to have to deal with this thing all season long. It's good enough to play. Doesn't look like he has any padding on it, just has that sleeve on it that he's always worn. Play action, rolls out on the bootleg, flips over, and dropped by the receiver. That was a good hit by the Buffalo cornerback on that one. Looks like Van Jefferson unable to hold on to it. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Rams offense. Still trying to get their momentum on the offensive side of the ball. Or Atwell. It looks like Atwell was the guy who dropped it. Kupp's going to open this one in the backfield along with Henderson. Kupp now flexes out to the left side of the formation. The snap by Stafford. Flips it over the middle, and Cooper Kupp, no surprises there. Is that Kupp? Yep. No, that's Sharonik, my bad. Notre Dame wide receiver. Cup again. Looked like he was open in the secondary, though. Safety was spying him, though. Good throw there by Stafford, finding the open receiver. Johnson on the tackle. The Rams are showing some different looks now. Starting in one formation, moving almost everybody in another spot. Wide receiver takes the handoff on this one, gains 3 yards. Now we're seeing the Sean McVay effect. However, it looks like this might be an illegal procedure. Maybe holding. We'll see. Really? Holding on the defense, not the offense. It'll be a first down play still. Number 97, Jordan Phillips. For those of you stuck at work watching with us, appreciate you taking the time to join us here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button here on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at UpsideSN. That way you guys can keep right up with us as well. Rolled out here by Stafford, flips to Cup, gains a few yards here to make it 2nd and 4. Nice work there by Cooper Kupp. 4 catches now for 41 yards. Now Jordan Phillips just had that penalty that gave him a first down. Drop back by Stafford and just an absolute bull rush there by Jordan Phillips on a stunt. Nice work there and gets home and gets the 10-yard sack. It'll be 3rd and 14 now. Stafford very red in the face. Looks like he's getting used to playing a full game, as most of these players are. You got to imagine almost all of these players that are playing in the game right now did not play much in the preseason, as they were trying to find those into the roster spots, save their guys for the season. Nice throw here over the middle. However, it's going to be short. Allen Robinson, his first catch, 12-yard gain here, but it's going to be a couple yards short of the first down. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter right now. It looks like they're going to stay on the field. Could this be just an opportunity to try to draw people offside? They're kind of taking a little too long if that's the case. 15 seconds left on the play clock, and they still haven't broken the huddle. 10 seconds left. We're going to have a timeout. 5 seconds left as they finally get set. Stafford goes to the line. 3, 2, 1, 0. No, they get the snap off. They flip it out to Kupp. And, oh, what a play by the Buffalo defender. Looked like he had held him up just enough. But the offensive lineman came up behind Cooper Kupp and pushed him across the first down marker. Nice play there. Good effort there by the offensive lineman of the LA Rams. The right tackle giving him a nice shove over that first down marker. Otherwise, I think he was hit, or the hit stick was done there by, who was the guy who made the hit? One of the linebackers, I can't see a number. 58. Nice work there. Looks like he would have wrapped up Cooper Kupp. Number 63 and 73, though, pushed him over the line. Nice work. Yeah, I still think that should have been delay of game. Looks like Ed Oliver was injured on the play. That's why we have the break at the moment. Not a bad game so far. All Bills so far. Rams in scoring position. Let's see if they can actually avoid turning over the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 25. Last time they were down this low, they turned it over. With the Matthew Stafford interception. Dane Jackson coming up with the play as Stafford throwing well behind Tyler Higbee. Got 4 minutes, 53 seconds left here in the second quarter. This game's gone by fairly quickly, though. It's only 8:17, and we're almost to the end of the second quarter already. This game might actually get done well before 10 o'clock at this pace. Of course, the second half is always slower from what I remember last year. We'll see how it goes. Appreciate you joining us. Got the Gamecast on here, guys, for you guys. That way you guys can follow along if you're unable to watch the game. They show the planetarium there. Coming back from commercial break. Roger Goodell on hand. Toss out to the left. Darrell Henderson, a big lane this time. The offensive line making a big hole. Runs over a defensive back and gets down to the 7-yard line before he's tackled by a couple of Buffalo defenders. Nice work there by Darrell Henderson. Looks like we have a clear number one at this point in the backfield. Got to wonder if they use Akers in the second half, but for right now, Henderson looks like the lead back for the Rams. Runs over Micah Hyde. 1st and goal. Henderson remains on the field. This one right up the middle. The offensive line not nearly the push, but Henderson gets a couple down to about the 5, maybe the 4.5-yard line. 7 carries, 33 yards now for Henderson on the day. Ed Oliver looks like he's being held out of the lineup after that injury timeout. Be 2nd and goal, down under about 3 minutes now. Quick snap here. Stafford to the back corner of the end zone. Kupp is there. Did he get both feet down? They're signaling touchdown. Not sure if he got both feet down. I know he at least got 1 foot. I'm not sure about the second toe. If he did, he just barely dragged it. 11 plays, 60 yards, 5 minutes and 48 seconds time of possession. Looks like Jordan Poyer, of course. Oh, yeah, he definitely got both feet down. Nice work there. Toe taps by Cooper Kupp. Nice work. He actually got 3 taps in there. Cooper Kupp, touchdown. Beautiful. The extra point here by Matt Gay is good, and it's now 10-7. Rams finally showing some signs of life here at the end of the second quarter. Super Bowl hangover and all that in the first quarter seemed to be in effect. The Rock, of course, giving them the entrance of the season anyway. The unveiling of the banner, Andrew Whitworth and Odell Beckham Jr. there before the game. That looks like an awesome trailer. First one I've seen, and Pierce Brosnan is in it too. Black Adam, I think, is what this movie is. Yep. It looks good. Do I know anything about the character? No, but that looks really good. And I like Pierce Brosnan. He was the first James Bond that I remember from when I was a kid. Of course, there were others before him, but for me, he will always be the first James Bond that I recognized as James Bond. Alrighty. 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Bills looking to score another touchdown before the end of the half. Push their advantage back to 10. Here's a nice preview here. Jordan talking about Brady. That's interesting. Of course, anything with Jordan is pure money, but that was good. He talked about he stepped away from the game for 2 years, and Brady walked away for 2 months. How much Brady needs the game. I don't know how much is about that is true, but I think he looked around the NFC and said, "I've got a cakewalk to the NFC divisional round, and if I put a couple of wins together, I could win yet another Super Bowl." They just showed the stats side by side. Both quarterbacks have an interception and a touchdown now. Alrighty. In the shotgun, hands it off. Up the middle, 2, maybe 3 yards here. Again, Rams defenders losing their helmets. It's one thing as a guy, like, I am not exactly an aficionado as far as, like, having played college football or anything like that. But, like, I know good enough, buckle your chin strap. They're trying to hot dog it out there and look cool. Just buckle your chin strap and stop losing your helmet all over the field. 2nd and 8, up the middle. Nice pressure off the corner by number 91. Not sure who that was, but Bobby Wagner looks like he may have gotten his first sack as a member of the LA Rams. Clock is down to about 2:16. The Rams, I think, might be taking a timeout here. Yep, the Rams have taken a timeout, trying to preserve some time of their own. Nice work there. Bobby Wagner, the big ad for LA this year on defense. After trading away a couple of linebackers over the last 2 or 3 years, they finally go out and invest at the linebacker spot with Bobby Wagner. And then on the offensive side, of course, they brought in Allen Robinson. 12 players on the field for the Rams. Coming out of the timeout. Looks like they broke the huddle. Yes, you can break the huddle on defense, and that's kind of what they did. Now it will be 3rd and 7, I believe. Yep, 3rd and 7 from the 28-yard line. Throw behind Diggs, but he gets separation from Ramsey. Ramsey just looks completely defeated. Diggs kind of tossed him to the side just by stopping on a dime. Didn't extend the hands, nothing. Just Ramsey couldn't stop his momentum. That was beautiful. Ramsey just falls to the ground. That was a masterclass there by Stefon Diggs against Ramsey. Didn't use the hands at all, and just Ramsey just falls to the floor. Nice work there. First down here for the Bills as they try to score here before the end of the half. They show Cooper Kupp looking on. Alrighty. At the 2-minute warning here anyway. Check in on some of the stats for you guys while we wait for the commercial break to end. Allen now 17 of 19, 153 yards, 1 touchdown to 1 interception, and has been sacked twice. Devin Singletary now has 4 carries for 18 yards. Allen 1 for 7. Receiving yards, Stefon Diggs 6 catches now for 62 yards. Gabe Davis the 1 touchdown, of course, with 3 catches and 41 yards, and Zach Moss 4 catches, 16. Cooper Kupp on the other side of the ball has 6 catches and 48 yards receiving with that touchdown. Schoeneck, however you want to pronounce his name anyway. 2 catches for 16 yards is the only reception of note. Robinson getting 1 catch so far in his season debut. With the Rams. First snap here after the 2-minute warning. Pump fake by Allen over the middle and picked off. Looks like he was going to Jamison Crowder, and Hill makes a nice play on the ball. Looks like it'll be right at midfield. That one was poorly. I want to see how this was run on the backside of the route. All right, watching the replay here. Yeah, that one's on Allen. He didn't lead him enough, saw him late, and Hill was just there. That's on Allen. I mean, Hill made a nice catch there, a little bit of a bobble, but that one should have been picked. Allen knows he should have done better than that one. Second interception. This one's definitely on Allen, though. Yeah, it's not a bad opening game. For all the turnovers, though, Rams have forced 3 of them. Bills have 1. But we'll see if the Rams can go from being down 10 to being up 4 going into the half. Minute 53 to work with. 1st and 10. They're on the Buffalo side of the field at the 45. Stafford fakes the pitch, but he's being chased down early. Flips it. Underhand. I don't know if that got back to the line of scrimmage, but it looks like there was a guy in the area anyway. Nice work there. Von Miller was trying to chase him down from the back. The right guard was supposed to get there and just could not get there fast enough. Von Miller was right there. Von Miller, of course, signed that 6-year, $120 million contract with the Buffalo Bills. Do I expect him to be there every single one of those years? No, but that's a lot of money. Stafford airmails that one over Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp was open, but that throw was a lot closer to the Buffalo Bills receivers or Buffalo Bills defenders. It's now 3rd and 10. Buffalo still has all 3 timeouts. If they stop the Rams here, looks like Cooper Kupp also stumbled a little bit out of the route. Stafford, looks like we're going to get a pass interference play on number 7, Johnson for the Bills. Had his hands all over Cooper Kupp. Yep, they're going to call it a holding play, not pass interference. But that'll be a first down. Appreciate you joining us. James says, which team between these two makes it the Super Bowl if I only can pick one? Well, if you watch our Super Bowl prediction video, I told you I picked the Bills to make it to the Super Bowl. So my pick is, of course, the Buffalo Bills. But just look at it as an objective observer anyway. I mean, the Rams are still a very good team. The Rams are going to have the easier road to the postseason, or through the postseason as well. I mean, the NFC just isn't that good. Cooper Kupp with yet another completion, or another catch here. Cam Akers in the backfield right now. Stuffed yet again. Akers has no burst. Of course, that offensive line is not playing or doing him any favors either. Sonny Milano back there to make the stop. Matt Milano, not Sonny, my bad. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here. Fakes the jet sweep, and looks like Stafford's going to get the corner, and does. 34 seconds left on the clock. It'll be 1st and 10 Rams. But just to answer your question, James, which team do I think has the easier path to the Super Bowl? Would be Rams. Which team do I think ultimately makes it to the Super Bowl? I still think the Bills are just that loaded and that determined. I don't think they're going to be able to be stopped. Timeout Buffalo here as the Rams were rushing to the line off of a dead ball. But for me, I would say the Buffalo Bills. But if I'm saying which team has the easier path, that would be the Rams. Send us your questions about anything you have. Fantasy questions, if you're curious about how the divisions are going to go. If you didn't watch our Super Bowl prediction video, we also broke down how the divisions are going to go. I also told you which coaches you could expect to be fired by the end of the season. You can check that out here on YouTube. Just search 2022 NFL Super Bowl prediction Upside Sports Network, and you'll find it there. Or it'd be a lot easier just to hit that subscribe button and find all of your content that you're wanting to know about. We'll have a ton of it here for you as the NFL season is now underway. As soon as this game is over, we'll be making a couple of short videos. A lot of NBA news actually came out today as well. We'll get into that after the game. And Stafford is sacked, absolutely bear hugged by 3 different players. Jordan Phillips there yet again. Cooper Kupp wide open there. But yeah, before he was able to even throw that ball, that defensive line was there. Second timeout here by the Rams. 2nd and 19 at the Buffalo 38. 26 seconds left. It's been 4 turnovers so far in this game. You don't want to leave Buffalo some time here, so I'm curious why they called that timeout. I understand you still want the touchdown, but it's now 2nd and 19. I would have just done something short to be able to get back in field goal range and then trot my kicker out as time expires. Wide receiver screen here to Kupp. And looks like he might actually lose yardage down to the 40. Von Miller running around behind the offensive line. Looks like everybody's going to hold their timeouts here. 10 seconds left. Looks like at about 4 seconds we might see a timeout. Yep, McVay takes the timeout. Third and 20 here. This will be, what, a 50-plus yard kick here for Matt Gay. This is going to be a long kick on opening night. Gay is a very good kicker, though. Doesn't get the opportunity to kick from long range very often. But with 4 seconds left and 20 yards to go before a first round, you're not going to see them try to go for another play. This will be, he was hitting from 64 in practice, Tirico says. This is a 57-yard kick here. The kick. That was good. Nice kick there by Matt Gay. Had plenty of leg. That would have been good from 68. Wow. That's impressive. Started out all Buffalo, and then, of course, the turnovers happened. 3 turnovers for Buffalo, 1 for the Rams. That's kind of your story of the game right now, is why the Rams are back in it. But it's 10-10 here as they go to the half. Rams trying to repeat as Super Bowl champs this year. But we'll go into half here. What do you guys think of the game so far? You got Rams or Bills? Rams finally have something going, but the turnovers are the reason why they're back in the game. They show the the obligatory Hollywood sign. Any game that you're in Hollywood, or any game you're in LA, you're going to see that sign. Alrighty. Appreciate you guys joining us so far. It's been a very entertaining game. Buffalo scored a touchdown in the first quarter, and then, of course, the Rams got all of their points in the second quarter. Buffalo added a field goal, and we're 10-10. As we go into half, let's look at the box score here. Josh Allen, 17 of 20, 153 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. One of them bounced off of the chest of Isaiah McKenzie, not on him. Of course, the other one, though, that one was completely on him. Didn't see the defender, threw it to the receiver late. Not a good decision. And then as far as Stafford, though, he's had a very nice night so far, just hasn't been quite as effective. The sacks have been a problem for him as well. That offensive line hasn't been quite as good. Von Miller making an impact for the Buffalo Bills. Jordan Phillips has played well for Buffalo. For Matthew Stafford, 13 of 17, 95 yards, a touchdown, and a pick, as you can see on the screen here. Darrell Henderson has been the lead back for the Rams so far, and he's rushed very well. Cam Akers, very ineffective. I told you guys not to draft him in fantasy. Last year, he was 2.7 yards a carry. So far today, 0.0 yards a carry. Granted, it's 2 carries. But Darrell Henderson's been the much more effective back so far. 7 carries, 33 yards. Had that long 18-yard rush that got him inside the goal, or inside of the 10-yard line, and that allowed the touchdown there to Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, of course, has been fantastic. 8 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. And not much else to speak of on the offensive side for the LA Rams. The offensive line, I wonder if they're going to be able to hold up in front of Matthew Stafford. In the first half, though, they've already given up 3 sacks. On the Buffalo side, receiving, Stephon Diggs, 6 catches for 62 yards. He's played very well. Gabe Davis, who had the 4-touchdown game last year in the postseason, already has 3 catches, 41 yards, and a touchdown. Zach Moss out of the backfield, 4 catches, 16 yards. Isaiah McKenzie, of course, had that 1 catch, but had that interception bounce off of his chest and into the defenders waiting arms. And that's kind of the story of the first half, is while they've been very accurate quarterbacks, they've had some inconsistencies there from time to time, and that's really cost both teams. We'll see how this goes in the second half, but that's kind of your first half recap. Appreciate you guys joining us here. If you're just joining us for the first time, hit that like button and subscribe. Really does help us out. Trying to reach 660 by the end of the day. Let's see if we can get there. With halftime upon us, let you guys go out and have get a drink, refreshment, whatever you need to do. They have a little bit of a halftime show right now for the season opener. Trying to see who it is. Ozzy Osbourne. Interesting. Ozzy Osbourne doing the halftime show for the season opener. The Rock, of course, did the introductions before the game, welcoming people to the 2022 NFL season. Roger Goodell is there in the stands. Cooper Kupp, they show the highlights of him. But we'll be right back with our stream here shortly. Appreciate you guys joining us. Don't be afraid to go ahead and message in the chat. But ask your questions if you have any, send any comments, etc. We'll be back shortly as the second half just before the second half gets underway. But appreciate you guys joining us. We'll see you guys shortly. And welcome back to the Upside Sports Network. My name is Michael. We watched the first half of the game together anyway, with the Bills coming out to a 10-0 lead, and then the Rams cycling back in and getting right back into the game. Turnovers, the name of the game for the Rams. They've forced 3 of them, 1 for the Bills anyway, and that's kind of how the Rams got back into the game. Really long field goal, 57-yard field goal at the end of the half to make it 10-10, and that's kind of where we sit right now. Let's go ahead and flex back over to our cast here. That way you guys can kind of see where everything's at. Really good game, though. It's had some sloppy moments, mainly with the turnovers. The odd penalty here and there, but 2 very good teams, both of which I expect to be in the playoffs. Running it out of the back of the end zone, or out of the front of the end zone, is a mistake. Powell is just swarmed at the 10.5, 11-yard line. Not good. Noteboom is the new left tackle for the LA Rams, and he's going up against the former LA Ram, Von Miller. Looks like he's done pretty well. Von Miller did get him for a sack, though. The bull rush got there. Darrell Henderson, of course, in the backfield yet again. Toss out to the right, no push yet again for that offensive line. However, Henderson still manages to barrel through there and get a couple. So far, that's probably the issue I have with the Rams, is their offensive line. They have not performed very well. This one underneath to Henderson, swarmed by the middle linebacker in a corner. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 17. Look at that nice rotation if you're watching the telecast there. Bills more than willing to rotate. Henderson back in the backfield yet again. Akers looks like he's a clear backup at this point. Henderson goes all the way up to the line. Stafford fumbles the snap, but is able to get back on there, and Greg Rousseau tackles him for the big loss there. Just another failure of a possession here for the Rams. Looks like the snap was low and down to the left. Offensive line issues yet again. Looks like Stafford still should have had that and hit him in the hand. It was a little low, but come on. This is the NFL. Good rush there by the Bills, but the kicker gets it away. Crowder makes a nice catch there at the 42-yard line, 43-yard line. .13:02 left here in the third quarter. Josh Allen coming back out, hoping for a lot better, more crisp second half here from the Buffalo Bills. I like to see them get a little bit more of a rushing attack. They did not have much of one last year or the year before. I was hoping they'd invest in the running back spot. They did draft a second-round rusher in James Cook. But of course, we saw his first carry of the season, ended up on the turf. We did not see him take the field again after that, forcing the rookie to learn the hard way. 1 carry for 2 yards, but of course he fumbled at the end of that 2 yards, as you can see on the screen here. Zach Moss has 2 carries for 4, Allen 1 for 7, and then of course Singletary 4 for 18. Leading rusher in the game so far, Darrell Henderson. Leading receiver yardage-wise, Stephon Diggs. Catches would be Cooper Kupp. Touchdowns, Kupp and Davis are tied at 1 apiece. Looking at the defenses anyway. Jordan Phillips has 1.5 sacks today. Von Miller has a sack. Greg Rousseau has has a sack anyway. And then Epinesa has a half a sack. On the Rams side, Bobby Wagner has a sack. Aaron Donald, and that's it. Hill and Lewis with interceptions on for LA, and Jackson the one for Buffalo. Alrighty, looks like we're back for Buffalo's first drive of the second half. We're showing the Troy Hill interception right now. High snap, gets it down. Singletary gets into the secondary. That's going to be a nice carry for Devin Singletary. 11-yard gain there. Nice hole given there by the offensive line. Bobby Wagner getting obliterated by the fullback on that one. Pitch here to Singletary out wide. Looks like he's able to back his way for at least a yard. Bobby Wagner trying to show him what's up. He is a tackling machine. Before that snap even came, he knew that play was going to the right. He was already drifting that way. Very smart, intelligent linebacker. Second and 9. Allen in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback sneak up the middle. He goes down after a gain of 7. Kind of a shoestring tackle there. Is able to get enough of him, though. It'll now be 3rd and 2. From the Rams 38. Gotta think they'll probably go for it even if they don't get it. That was a big hole. I think if he runs more through the direct center of that hole, he probably gets the first down, but nice play by Hollins, shedding the block. Josh Allen audibling. False start on the offense. Looks like Saffold. Right guard coming, or left guard anyway, coming over from the Rams. Getting down to about 10 minutes here. 3rd and 7. Josh Allen going to sneak again. Oh, what a stiff arm by Josh Allen. Tossed Scott, but Scott held on and is able to drag him out of bounds. Nice play there. What a stiff arm, though. First down, Buffalo. If he had actually gotten past Scott, there was room to run for Josh Allen. Toss to the left. Singletary goes through a couple of defenders. He's broken 2-3 tackles. Gets 15 yards, 14 yards on that carry. Leonard Floyd and Hill there on the stop. Nice piece of running there by Singletary. Looks like they've gotten something going here on the ground here in the second half. This was the one element of their offense they did not have last year. We'll see how they do now. Diggs in motion to the left. 1st and 10 here at the 22. The snap to the gun. Diggs is open. Runs around Bobby Wagner, trying to find somebody, but goes down after a gain of 4.5, 5.5. Gets it down to about the 15-ish. It'll be 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. Nice catch there by Diggs. That's his 7th catch for 69 yards. Looks like more of a zone coverage there on that one. Diggs on the sideline for this play. Singletary in motion to the left. Flipped out to the left. Singletary gets away from the defender, trucks the next defensive back, and gains about 8 yards on the play. Nice run there by Singletary. Very slight a build running back, but still has enough strength to run over the DB. Hill unable to make the play, and then number 22, Long, junior anyway. Looks like he just wasn't willing to stick his head in there, just kind of wrapped him up and hoped for the best and just drug him down from behind. Nice work there by Singletary. 1st and goal from the 8. McKenzie on the quick slant, touchdown. That was huge. Got to build his confidence back after giving up that interception earlier. The one that was not on Allen, that one that bounced off of McKenzie's chest. That one will count, and he is fired up. 7:59 left here in the third quarter. Bills are on the right foot anyway here in the third quarter. Rams go 3 and out with their first drive. We'll see how they answer. McKenzie's the 4th receiver in this offense. Extra point is good. 17-10. Josh Allen looks completely locked in now. He was good in the first half, even with that bad throw that he had, throwing late and being intercepted by Hill. But he looks very, very good. He will have the odd turnover. He did last year. Aaron Rodgers, of course, is the one quarterback, along with Tom Brady, that never really threw interceptions. Brady last year, of course, threw a lot more interceptions than he had in previous years. But Josh Allen looks to be locked in here. Mike Tirico on the call for NBC Sunday Night Football. They get the opening night game here. Al Michaels going to Thursday Night Football on Amazon. That'll start next week. Kirk Herbstreit going to be the color analyst there. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman shifted over to ESPN. They will do Monday Night Football. The lead crew at Fox will now be, I think it's Joe Davis. And I want to say Greg Olson, but I could be wrong. Might be Burkhart. I can't remember who the Fox team is. They lost their 1 and 2. Fox going to have to figure out what they're going to do with their lead analysts. CBS, of course, has Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. Kickoff here goes into the end zone, touchback. Rams looking to have a little bit better drive this time around. This time the Rams kick returner choosing the wise thing here not to catch it. First and 10 here. Stafford under center. Fakes the handoff. Bootleg out to the right. Stafford trying to sprint to the sideline is dragged down from behind. 1 yard loss. Not a good decision. He does not have that fleet of foot there. Boogie Basham on the sack. Allen Robinson was open over the middle for a window there. And then as he got all the way across the field, he ran into another set of defenders. Receiver running the route just ran out of coverage and back into it. Stafford, 5 wide there. Goes deep. And caught by Cooper Kupp, wide open there. Not sure how he got open, or that wide open, but in the back of the zone. Nice work there. About 25-yard gain, 23-yard gain. 7:16 left here in the third. Nice work there, finding the soft spot in the zone and behind Johnson and in front of the safety. Looks like they're targeting Johnson, the defensive back. Play action. Stafford sets up. Underneath again to Henderson. Gets away from one defender and lowers his head. And he might have gotten a first down. Might have been just a hair short. They will give him the first. They're all the way across midfield now to the Buffalo 42 on 2 quick plays there. Ed Oliver again out of the lineup. Looks like he might be dealing with a little bit of an injury. Henderson again in the backfield. A lot of shifting around here by the Rams. Stafford back under center. 1st and 10 at the 42. Up the middle. No push yet again by that Rams offensive line. And Henderson is down after a gain of 1. This offensive line could definitely use a game against the Atlanta Falcons next week. Edmonds is playing well, the linebacker for Buffalo. Von Miller works the note boom, the tackle, and goes right around him. His 2nd sack of the day. Stafford just had no chance. Von Miller was shot out of a cannon on that one. Just wow. The tight end gave him the wave. Noteboom didn't even get his arms extended. Wow. Just a great rush by Von Miller. Von Miller almost gets there again. This one is airmailed by Stafford. Safeties had that one well scouted. 4th and 18 here. At the 50, they're going to have to punt it yet again. McVay trying to argue for holding. They're not going to get it. I mean, Stafford was hearing the footsteps of Miller on that one. He almost got there and did this whole strip sack thing. Rams trying to get cute with their special teams again. They've done this for years. Bills sinking into a little bit of a defense. Now setting into a traditional rush formation now. The kick is away. And fair caught at the 11 by Jamison Crowder. There was a little bit of a hold, but it looks like he was more trying to draw a call than there actually being a call. Just a lot of bumping down the field, it looked like. That commercial is a little interesting. Getting a bunch of debuts of new commercials here with the season opener. I know the Super Bowl gets, its pub for the commercials that you get, but so far it hasn't been bad on this on the debut here of the NFL. Appreciate you guys joining us here for the NFL opener here on Thursday. Tomorrow we will have some baseball for you guys. I will race home as quickly as I can. We'll be watching some Rangers versus the Blue Jays as Josh Young makes his debut for the Texas Rangers tomorrow. Top prospect that was expected to start the season as the starting third baseman for Texas had a torn labrum and missed almost the entire season up till now. But it looks like he's going to be the everyday third baseman for the rest of the season for the Rangers. Let him get comfortable in the MLB. But we'll also cover the. Trying to remember the other game we're going to do. I think it's the Braves versus the Mariners in the late game tomorrow. So those of you who joined us for baseball earlier this year, we will get back into baseball tomorrow. Have a long stream for you guys, probably starting right around 7:30-ish as soon as I get home until probably close to midnight. And then on Saturday, we'll do some baseball for you guys again around 6 o'clock, and then possibly touch on a little bit more fantasy football as the evening wears on. False start here by the right tackle, number 79 of the Bills. 5-yard penalty. This will go back to the 6. Not so good. Brown is whistled for the false start. First and 15. Shotgun for Allen. Could be a quarterback sneak here. It is a design run. Makes a man miss, sort of, and is kind of twisted down by Jones, the linebacker, Ernest Jones. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the Buffalo 14. Nice run there by Josh Allen. Buffalo with a 7-point lead here as we wind down here in the third quarter. 4 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Diggs comes out here on 2nd down again. Seems to be that's the down that he comes out on. Zach Moss in the backfield. Pitch out to the left. Nice push, gets a nice run. And right at the first down marker, just past it, looks like he gets the first down. Nice run there. Welcome back, Mark. Got a Bills fan with us. Got a few family members who are Bills fans as well. So if I had to pull for one, I'd probably be pulling for the Bills. They are my Super Bowl pick this year out of the AFC. If you guys are curious what picks I have set up, make sure you subscribe and look at that video after we finish up here today. Pitch out to the left. Moss looks like he stood up there at the offensive line. Nice work just to get back to the offensive line. Or back to the line of scrimmage, excuse me. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Moss now 4 carries, 12 yards. Been more effective in the passing game, though. Knox in motion. Allen finds Crowder over the middle. Looks like he gained 11 on that one. Another first down for Buffalo, as they have now gotten out past their 30. This drive started on their 11, went back to the 6, and now they're right back out. You got money on the Bills tonight. I picked the Bills to win tonight as well, but I didn't get a chance to put anything on them. I just think Buffalo's the better team this year. It's going to take time for this Rams team to get things the way they're rolling, the way they were last year. Moss up the middle for a gain of like 1 yard, maybe 2. Looks like probably 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Looks like they're sitting James Cook on the end of that bench right now after that fumble. Chargers, I have making the playoffs this year. I think they're going to get to the... What did I have them as? I'm trying to remember if I had them getting out of the wild card round. Yep, I had them defeating the AFC champions from last year, Cincinnati, in the playoffs, advancing to the divisional round and then losing to the Chiefs. Allen in shotgun again, flips underneath. Ernest Jones again with a nice play. 4 yards for Zach Moss. He's been very secure in the passing game. Looks like the fullback's injured here for Buffalo. Another Halloween movie coming out, it looks like, this year. We'll see if this is really the final one. I don't think it will be. Seen a lot of previews for movies tonight that we haven't seen before. Black Adam got a nice preview. You can check that out on YouTube, I'm sure, somewhere. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the Buffalo 34 when we get back from commercial break. Looks like McDonough was arguing for a helmet-to-helmet hit, or leading with the helmet anyway, on the Rams. That's how Gilliam got injured, the fullback for Buffalo, taking a hit to the head. Here we go. Minute 23 left here in the third. Allen in the gun, 3rd and 5. Flips out, and nice catch there by Jamison Crowder. Very secure hands. He's going to be a nice player for them this year on those exact type of plays, to be able to keep the chains moving when defenses are focusing on Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, Zach Moss. He's going to give them another target for them to be aware of. Ramsey on the tackle there, unable to get there in time. 45 seconds left. 1st and 10 here at the Buffalo 44. Allen in the shotgun again. Flips underneath. Was that caught by Knox? I don't think so. They're ruling it incomplete. Looks like it may have actually hit the ground, though. That was a very close catch there by Knox. But it did look like he caught it off the turf. Looks like we have another injury for the Buffalo Bills. Roger Saffold, longtime LA Ram. A little shaken up on this one. Usually in the first game you can see a lot of cramps. It doesn't look like that's the case, though, with Saffold. Looks like he may have gotten hit in the eye. That's why he was down. Allen in the gun again on 2nd and 10. Hands off, or doesn't hand off. It looks like it's a quarterback sneak and gets hit as he's held up on one leg. Allen is hot. Looks like we might get an unnecessary roughness penalty if these teams don't get separated. And they do. Looks like one of the Rams defenders grabbed Josh Allen's leg and forced him to hop around for a minute, trying to get him teed up. That is the risk when you run the ball as a quarterback. I don't think he liked how he was twisted down to the ground after he was already down. Into the third quarter now. Buffalo 17, Rams 10. Buffalo will have at 3rd and 7 at their own 47. I imagine if they get this thing close to the first down marker, we could see them go for it on 4th down. Alrighty. Let's check in on some of the stats anyway through 3 quarters. Josh Allen, 23 of 27, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, has been sacked twice. Singletary, 7 carries for 44 yards. He's rushed the ball very effectively. Same with Josh Allen, 5 for 33. Zach Moss and Cook both have been ineffective rushers. However, Moss has been much more effective in the passing game with 5 catches for 20 yards. McKenzie had one of those interceptions bounce off his chest and cost Allen one of those picks that led to points for the Rams. But Diggs leads the way for receivers with Buffalo anyway, has 7 catches for 69 yards. Gabe Davis, 3 for 41 and a touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 3 for 28. And that's kind of your stats for the Bills anyway. On the Rams side of the things, Stafford, 16 of 21, 132 yards. Hasn't looked as effective because that offensive line has been porous. They just haven't had any push as well for the running game. And so you're looking at 6 sacks for Matthew Stafford so far. Von Miller, the former LA Ram that helped them win the Super Bowl last year, has 2 of those sacks. Darrell Henderson, who was expected to be the backup running back to start the season, to Cam Akers, looks like he's the starter. Has 9 carries, 36 yards, and I'll tell you, most of those yards are no thanks to that offensive line. They have gotten 0 push in this game. There was one rush where he had at least a hole, and that one went for 18. Other than that, it's been hard sledding for Darrell Henderson. The rest of the running backs, Cam Akers, 2 for 0 yards. Matthew Stafford, 1 for 2. And Powell, 1 for 3. Receiving, though, Cooper Kupp has been the story for the Rams, as you might expect. 9 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Henderson has 3 catches for 15. And Robinson, the newcomer for the Rams, has 1 catch for 13 yards. Here's 3rd and 7 to start the fourth quarter for the Bills. Shotgun snap for Allen. Goes deep. Has a man. Gabe Davis is open. Gets down inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. Down to the 5. What a play there. And he has something to say to the LA crowd. Wow. They weren't just going to go for a short gain. They went for the home run. And honestly, this probably should have been a touchdown if Allen threw the ball a little bit more in front of him, because there was nobody back there for him. Davis was just absolutely torched his man. Just great play calling, great route design. Ken Dorsey calling up a big play there. 47-yard gain down to the 6. Shotgun snap, Allen on the rush. Tackled down to the 4 by A'Shawn Robinson. Nice tackle right to the sternum of Allen. Allen looks very happy feeling the hits again here in the NFL. You got to be careful with your quarterback, though. I know he likes, being a tough guy in the NFL, but you don't want him being hit like this. Number 24 kind of launched himself at his head. Taylor Rapp, got to be careful with that, Mr. Rapp. Singleton in motion. Oh, looks like it would have been a design run there for Allen. Flipped it to Diggs. Nice defensive play. Looked like the defender might have tipped it in Ramsey. I think Allen just kind of didn't throw it quite where he needed to there. I don't know if Ramsey Ramsey didn't get a piece of that. Diggs tells him this close. Dawson Knox in motion. Allen drops back, pumps. Looks like he has a lane to the end zone. Gets there. Touchdown, Bills. Reaches the ball across the end zone. (23-10). 13 plays, 89 yards, 6:44 on the clock, or 44 on time of possession. But remember, this drive started out with 1st and 15 from their 6. Nice work there, Buffalo. But Allen gets his first rushing touchdown of the season. Great job there. Bobby Wagner just not enough to be able to keep him out. Made a nice tackle, but just couldn't get him down in time. Bass knocks it through, and it's 24-10. 13:27 left here in the fourth quarter. 2-touchdown lead now for Buffalo. Should see some fireworks here by both teams. Rams aren't going to go quietly here. Nice work, Buffalo. That was very nice offense. Gabe Davis, now your leading receiver on the Buffalo Bills. 4 catches, 88 yards, and a touchdown. Diggs 7 for 69 still. Allen has now 7 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown. Is your second leading rusher. Got to be careful. You don't want to rush him too much. Mark, I think your money's good, though. Even with 13 minutes left, I don't see them missing out on a 14-point lead here. Hope you guys are enjoying the NFL kickoff game. We'll have our fantasy show for you guys on Sunday, going over the waiver wire, who to pick up, who to put in your lineup, who not to put in your lineup. Told you guys before the season began, Cam Akers, avoid him like the plague. Told you guys to avoid Leonard Fournette. We'll see if I'm 2 for 2 on running back projections. But Cam Akers looks to have no effectiveness tonight. Of course, it is just one game. But it looks like it's Darrell Henderson's backfield. And now that they're down by 2 scores, we're not going to see him run the ball very much. It's going to be Matthew Stafford and on his shoulder with Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson. Getting back from commercial break, Sunday Night Football we will have for you here as well. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers going to get up against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. You remember how great that opening game was last year, 29-28? That was fantastic. But if we get anything close to that level of game this year, we're in for a treat. So I know a lot of you guys may or may not be fans of the Cowboys or not, but or the Buccaneers, Tom Brady or not. But on either event, should be a game with massive interest on either side. Showing Aaron Donald on his pass rush. He does have a sack in the game. Has 2 pressures, though, in the game. Roger Saffold's played well. They have moved him around the offensive, or on both sides of the line, though. Before the season began, Aaron Donald was long been rumored to possibly be thinking about retirement. We got confirmation of that about a month ago, that he really actually was thinking about retirement. Before the season even began last year, he was thinking about retiring after 8 seasons. The Rams were able to talk him back into coming back for 1 more year, signed a 2-year deal. I think if he actually if they actually win the title again this year, there's a better than not chance that he retires after the season, even though he is probably the most dominant defensive player in the NFL right now. First down there for the Rams. Another first down play here. Here's Stafford. Throws behind him to Cam Akers, and this is going to be a loss. Actually gets back up to the offensive line, or to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he may have lost like an inch or 2. But what was Stafford doing on that play? Throwing 3 yards behind him. That was a bad play by Stafford. Literally just throw it out of bounds and live for another down. He's lucky Cam Akers was able to make the catch and get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, flips it out to Cooper Kupp. Gains about 6. Out to the 37, 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 3. They're calling it the 39, but I don't know if he got quite that far. Cooper Kupp now 10 catches on the day, 86 yards and a touchdown. That's good for 18. That's 24.6 points for Cooper Kupp. Just a target monster on this team. Now, just imagine what this offense is going to look like if they get Odell Beckham Jr. back to sign with them in November. 3rd and 3. Empty backfield. 3 wide receivers to the left. Miller gets a good rush off the end, but it looks like Higbee makes the catch there on a nice 4-yard gain. First down Rams out to the 43. Milano on the tackle. 11 minutes, 20 seconds left. No huddle here. Cam Akers in the backfield. Straight bull rush there by Epinesa. Almost gets there and picked! Tipped and picked! Buffalo gets it. Calvin Pryor, or Pryor makes the play there in the backfield, or in the secondary anyway. Makes up for that horrible play that gave up the touchdown earlier in the game. And that's another turnover for the Rams. That was not necessarily his fault, but that was off the hands of the receiver. It was a little bit high of a pass, I'll give him that, but the inaccurate throw there leads to the turnover, and the Bills get it, up 14 with 11 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Jordan Pryor on the interception there. Off the hands of Cooper Kupp. Epinesa on the pressure. Just great defensive play there by Buffalo on both ends, pressuring the quarterback, and then on the back end. While turnovers are, you can't predict a turnover. You can certainly do your fair share to force turnovers as far as like being prepared for them and doing everything that you can to be in position for when those opportunities arise. Getting there to be able to force the high throw by Epinesa off the hands of Cooper Kupp, and then having a nice diving catch in the secondary there by Jordan Pryor. Makes up for that touchdown earlier and gets the interception. It'll be 1st and 10 for Buffalo out at the 41. And if Buffalo scores on this, it's church. Gronkowski in a Subway ad. I think he'll be back in the NFL before the end of the season. Week 11, Week 12, I have no doubt Tom Brady's going to knock on his door and say, all right, enough potato chips, enough Subway, let's go. This game has gone fairly quickly, though. We're only at the 2-hour mark. Allen in the shotgun, flanked by Knox and Moss. Goes underneath to Moss here. Nice play by Jones, holding him to a gain of 1. Yep. They show the replay of the throw by Stafford. It was a kind of a no-look throw by the signs or by the replay there. Shotgun here for Allen again. More of a design quarterback sneak. Looks like about a 5-yard gain here up the middle behind right guard. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 4, excuse me. Josh Allen's been fantastic in the game. Only had that one poor throw. Has 2 interceptions, but again, one of those literally bounced off the numbers right here, off of Isaiah McKenzie and into the waiting arms of the defender. 3rd down so far for the Bills offense, 8 of 9. Rams have not been able to get off the field. Looks like we might have another run. Nope, they're going deep. Allen has another man wide open. Diggs, end zone, touchdown, Bills! This game is over. Wow. Ramsey again shouting at his defense, wondering where his safety help was. It don't matter on that one. Wow. That ball was underthrown again by Allen, though, on the deep ball. It is quarters coverage. There should be another guy back, but that's Ramsey's quarter of the field there. He's got to be back there. Ramsey looks like he thought Diggs was going to go back or to the center part of the field, and that would have drawn over another safety. But that's Ramsey's side of the field. I'm sorry. In quarters coverage, that's your responsibility. Wow. 31-10. 21-point lead now for the Bills. It's over. Wow. I understand it's week 1, but this is a dominant performance. Just checking in on some of the stats. I want to look up some of these now that we had that long pass play. Stefon Diggs now has 8 catches, 122 yards, and a touchdown. For those of you wondering, that's what, 20.2 points plus the touchdown. That's 26.2 points for Stefon Diggs tonight. Great production there. Wow. Wow. Mm. Zach Moss has had a nice fantasy day, though, for a guy drafted in the probably 10th round or later. 6 catches, 21 yards, another 13 yards on the ground. $9.4 points for him. Josh Allen, 8 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Allen passing, 26 of 31, 297 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, has been sacked twice. Stafford has been sacked 6 times, and the pressure has forced him to throw an interception on that last one. 19 for 25, 153 yards, touchdown, and 2 picks. Offensive line, though, is the concern for me for the Rams. Alrighty, looks like we're back here. Short kick. Returnable, though. Out to about the 23 for Powell. Player of the game, though, for me, Stefon Diggs. So far for the Bills. Allen would be up there as well. I just think Allen needs to come out and have one more good drive, and then he probably takes the player of the game for the Bills. 1st and 10 here from the 24 for the Rams. Wide receiver screen bounced off the hands of Higbee. Just turned to look to run before he caught the ball. This Rams offense just is not clicking today. Second and 10 here. False start on the receiver. Rams moving backward. Skowronek with the false start. Be 2nd and 15. Rams just are not very crisp today. Biggest story for me for the season is going to be that offensive line. They're going to play much better against the Falcons. Don't let that be your fool's gold. If you're a Rams fan, this kind of shows you where your holes are on your team and what you need to do to fix going forward. Von Miller gets around the corner on Stafford. He gets it away to Henderson, though. Henderson gains about 4.5. It'll be 3rd and 10. They are to the defending champs, but they're missing, what's his name, Whitworth on the left tackle spot. Noteboom has been a decent fill-in for him. But, yeah, the Bills have been dominant. Yeah, they still got players capable, but the one issue for this game that could be there for season long is the offensive line. I'm not too worried about their skill position players. They'll get it fixed. Matthew Stafford's not going to play this poorly again. You know, at least early in the season, I don't think. This is probably going to be his roughest game. Ramsey, I think, while he's a very good corner, has a lot of talent, you can take advantage of him, and we've seen how so in today's game. Just like for the Cowboys, I'm a Cowboys fan, you can get Trayvon Diggs. He's going to have those plays where he takes advantage of you just as much, though, and that's what makes them such special corners, that they can take that ball exactly the other way. But he got beat on that one with Diggs. He likes to look around and complain when somebody gets behind him and beat him. Time to own up to some responsibility on that one, Jalen. But the biggest issue for me is that offensive line. The rest of the issues, I think they can solve. That offensive line, though, is going to be a work in progress this year. More pressure on Stafford. Gets hit as he throws. Higbee gets down to about the 31, 32. Is going to be stopped short of a first down. It'll be 4th and 1. Rams are going to have to go for it here with about 8 minutes and 50 seconds, 8 minutes and 30 seconds left here to go. Down by 3 scores. This is the ball game here for them. 4th and 1. Handoff to Henderson, and no push again by that offensive line. He falls forward after slipping a tackle, and he may have gotten the first down. That was all Darrell Henderson. That offensive line is getting torched. They're going to call it a first down. That was some kind of a run there by Henderson. McVay is not happy. 7 minutes, 52 seconds left at the snap of that one. Stafford in the gun, flips out to Kupp. 2 tacklers there, holds him up after a gain of 5. Out to the 39, 2nd and 5. Micah Hyde with the credit on the tackle there. Throw out to Higbee here. Elam on the tackle there. Gain of 4.5. First down. Nice work there by the Rams. 7 minutes, 10 seconds left here. Looks like the Bills are in dime coverage. Batted up in the air and picked. Number 55 for the Bills. He's lumbering. Stafford there. He tries to leap over Stafford, but he makes the pick and drags him down there, trying to see what number that is. That's the end of the game there, though. Nice defensive play by Jerry Hughes' old number, Basham. Taunting after the play. Who cares? This one is over. Basham with the sack earlier. Gets the interception after batting that ball. He's played very well today. He's played the least number of sacks out of the defensive line group, but he's had the most impactful snaps out of that group, outside of Von Miller, I believe. He's been great. Greg Rousseau's been fantastic as well. Nice work there. Three interceptions tonight for Matthew Stafford. Not looking good. This game is over. 3 timeouts for the Rams, but 21-point lead. 6:58 left. Allen on the design quarterback keeper has room to run. Gets the first down, slides down after a gain of 12. Gets it down to about the 25-yard line. I don't know why you're running it with Josh Allen with a 3-score lead in the fourth quarter of a first week game. No need to get him injured. That slide was very similar to how we saw Dak Prescott break his leg years ago. You do not need to lose Josh Allen. Literally hand the ball off 3 straight times, hand it off another 3 straight times, and just run this game into the dirt. 1st and 10 here. Hand off to Singletary up the middle. Good 3-yard gain, 4-yard gain. Rams are being a little extra aggressive after Josh Allen ran the ball on that one. Nice story there on the Diggs family. Handoff here. This one is run by Moss, but he fumbles it. Who got on it? Looks like it might be Rams recovery. Yep, they do have it. Hollins comes up with it, and I guess that's why they didn't want to run it. This time Zach Moss loses it. Looks like Scott punched it out again. That's the second forced fumble for Scott today. What are the Bills going to do with their running backs if they can't hold on to the ball? Come on now. We haven't seen James Cook since he fumbled it earlier this game. Got to think that's a coaching thing just to show him, hey, you're not going to secure the ball. We're not going to play you. Got to think that lesson is going to be well learned after week 1. But Zach Moss has been secure with the ball up until that point. Nick Scott's had a good game. 7 tackles, forced a couple of fumbles. If the Rams were able to have a little bit more success on offense, we might be talking about him as defensive player of the game for the Rams. In either event, 5 minutes, 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. A lot of turnovers here. Appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you guys again for joining us after we started a little bit late with the game anyway. Tried to get on here as quick as I possibly could. But tomorrow we'll be jumping on here for the Josh Young start to his career with the Texas Rangers. And then we'll watch the entirety of the game of the Braves and Mariners tomorrow. Saturday we'll do some baseball and possibly some fantasy football. I'm just leery of doing a league after the season has already started. People are going to be influenced by the Stephon Diggs performance, by the Gabe Davis performance. They're going to be drafted a little bit higher than they would have been before the season. But I guess technically we're still before week 1 has really gotten underway. We've had 1 game, so I might do a fantasy football league with you guys. We'll see. Nice run here by Henderson. Gets about 9 on the first down carry. First time we've seen the offensive line actually create a hole up the middle in the entire game. 2nd and 1 here. 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Nickel coverage here. Henderson, no push at all. Literally the offensive line stood up. Henderson slipped and just kind of rolled to the back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1. If I'm McVay, the one thing I'm telling my team before the end of this game, I want to see, one, my offensive line be able to create holes for my running game and be able to protect my quarterback. And of course, not see a single turnover from here on out. Another catch here by Cooper Kupp. He looks fantastic today. His 12th catch, right at 100 yards. Has 28 fantasy points for the day. Four minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Stafford drops back, drops underneath to Henderson, dropped immediately by Johnson. 6-yard gain. Nice job by Henderson. He's been fantastic. Just the effort he's been playing with all game. He doesn't really have the numbers to show for it, but they wouldn't be half this good if it wasn't for just pure effort from Henderson today. He's really shown me something. I don't know what Skowronek was doing on that route. He ran back behind the first down marker after catching that one. I wonder if they're still going to give him the first down. Looks like they might. 3 minutes, 15 seconds here. Stafford throws and dropped by Higbee. That's got to be at least the second or third drop by Higbee today. Three minutes, 12 seconds. 2nd and 10 here from the Rams' 45-yard line. Stafford in the gun, drops back underneath to Higbee. This time he actually makes the catch. Runs over the linebacker and gets the first down. Gain of 11. Edmonds makes the tackle. 9 tackles in the game for him. Higbee coming out of the game. Akers is in the game. Stafford underneath. Caught by Skowronek. Edmonds again on the tackle. 10 tackles today. No huddle here for the Rams. 2:22 left. Stafford drops back. Tries to throw another out route. Incomplete. Bills make some changes on their defensive line. Third and 6 here. Timeout. Bills take the timeout here. They wanted to see what they're going to do here on 3rd and 6. See if they can end it right here. Want to see if your defense can stop somebody late in the fourth quarter. 31-10. Just kind of run through some of the numbers for you guys. Diggs has a touchdown receiving. Gabe Davis has a touchdown receiving. Isaiah McKenzie has a touchdown receiving. And then Josh Allen has another touchdown rushing. Of course, both of the rushers in Zach Moss and James Cook have fumbled the ball today. Cook was the 2nd-round pick. They haven't let him back in the game since his first carry when he put it on the ground. We'll see if they use him a lot more in week 2 to see what he's got in the tank. He's going to be fresher out of all these running backs. Singletary's been very effective. 8 carries for 48 yards. As a team, Buffalo has 122 yards rushing. Passing, they have 292. But the story of the game for the Rams is their inability to protect Matthew Stafford, inaccuracies, etc. Henderson's been very effective as a rusher, 12 carries, 45 yards. While it doesn't sound amazing to have only 45 yards rushing in the game, if that had been Cam Akers, we'd be talking about, 12 carries for, 10 yards total? And that would be all about the 2 plays where they opened up a wide open hole. Other than that, it's been tough sledding for the Rams. Cooper Kupp's been the story from the receiving perspective anyway. 12 catches, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Higbee, 5 catches. Does have 2 drops in the game, though, by the looks of it. Maybe 3. And 39 yards. Henderson has 5 catches for 26 yards. Schoreneck, 4 catches for 25. Robinson only has 1 catch for 12 yards. That's a little bit surprising. They haven't used him a little bit more. They spent a lot of money to get him into that offense, but if you remember a few years back to the Sammy Watkins role in this offense, I wonder if that's what they're going to use him as. Kind of the big name on the outside, draw the eye candy, and then get Higbee and Schoreneck underneath. Little bit of a pick play there for Cooper Kupp. Gets a nice run after catch. He's still on his feet, down to about the 12. Nice play there by Cooper Kupp. That was all effort. 28-yard catch there. 13 catches, 123 yards receiving now. At the 2-minute warning. The ESPN stats and information says that the pass to Stefon Diggs, Josh Allen was running at 13.6 miles an hour at the time he threw the pass. That's the fastest any quarterback has been running at the time they threw the ball for at least 50 air yards since 2016 on a completion. Kind of cool. Tells you why it might have been underthrown. Difficulty of the throw, etc., etc. Stafford drops back, pressured, and is going to go down yet again. The 7th sack of the game. Epinesa, Phillips, and Jones are all there. Epinesa had a half a sack earlier, has another half sack here. Noteboom, who's taking over for Whitworth, that left tackle, got beat on that one by Epinesa. He comes up slow on that one. Henderson is back there. Stafford under center. Minute 15. Handed up the middle and no push yet again by that offensive line. 4 of the offensive linemen were tossed aside by their assignment. 3rd down. 1 minute left here in the 4th quarter. We'll see if the Rams mess with anybody's over-under, point totals, etc., etc. Buffalo looks like they're going to take a timeout just because they didn't want to get penalized for having 12 on the field. One of their linemen was late coming off. Big game on Sunday anyway. Browns versus Panthers. We will have that one for you as well here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and follow us here on YouTube. There's some great games in the late window, but we will not be here for that one. We're going to head over to the folks' place. My dad's a big Vikings fan. Got my grandma there as well with us now down here, and so we're going to go over there. First time we're watching football with her. She's a Vikings fan as well, so we'll be pulling for the Vikings on Sunday in the late hour. But Sunday Night Football will be back. Tipped and not picked. That could have been the 4th interception of the game. Nice defensive play by number 50. I can't see a number. It's going to be 4th and 14. We'll see if the Rams just go ahead and kick it here or not. That should have been intercepted, though, by number 50. He got 2 hands on that one. That was Greg Rousseau, who had a sack earlier in the game, the defensive end. Epinesa and Rousseau are the defensive ends on the field right now for the Bills. Stafford flips it up. Nice play by the defensive back. Completely boxed out Allen Robinson. That might be only the 2nd time Robinson's even been targeted in the game and just was not open at all. Wow. 41 seconds left. Stafford's bleeding from the hand. He's got his knuckles Stafford's knuckles are bleeding on his throwing hands. That'll be something after the game. Doesn't look like anything serious, but maybe he hit his hand on another player's helmet. But a good return to LA for the Von Miller. Looks like we're going to have one kneel down here. There he goes. That should do it. They're saying there's going to be one more snap. I don't know why. The play clock, there should be enough time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this game should be over. No need for another kneel down. Rams return after winning the Super Bowl last year. McVay just kind of slaps Josh Allen's hand and moves on by. Stafford and Allen shake hands. But a dominant win in LA by the Buffalo Bills, 31-10. Just like everybody drew it up, right? No, I thought it'd be a really high-scoring game. I did not see this many turnovers. I knew there'd be some sloppy play just because it's the first game of the season, but there was a lot of turnovers in this game by both sides. And hopefully they can clean that up as they go into week 2. They should, but we'll see how everything goes. Appreciate you guys joining us today. Anyway, we'll have some live baseball for you guys tomorrow night. We'll start at about 7:30 as soon as I possibly can. Try to cover as many of the Josh Young at-bats for the Texas Rangers. Then we'll cover the late game, the Braves versus the Mariners. Playoff implications abound on both the Mets, the Atlanta Braves, the Seattle Mariners, and the rest of the AL wildcard picture. We'll see how that goes. But it should be a nice night of baseball for those of you who joined us during our baseball season, during the baseball season anyway, with the baseball trade deadline coverage. Really appreciate it. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. We follow the NFL, MLB, NBA, and the NHL. We'll make some NBA videos. Had some NBA news come out today. We'll get into some of that. And then on Saturday, we'll cover some more baseball, maybe do some fantasy football. Sunday, do your waiver wire video for you guys, do the early game. Probably going to end up being the Baker Mayfield return, the revenge game against the Cleveland Browns. I don't think it's going to be an overly great game, but it's going to be full of storylines, full of revenge. And I'm really curious to see how Baker looks in a Panthers uniform, how effective he is as a quarterback, and how quickly he develops a relationship with DJ Moore. I drafted DJ Moore on a couple of teams in fantasy this year. Make sure you check out our fantasy football draft nights 1 through 7 on our YouTube page. Follow us on YouTube here at Upside, and then subscribe here on YouTube at Upside Sports Network. Follow us on Twitter at UpsideSN. You can check out those tags down at the bottom. Really appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. But we'll see you guys tomorrow evening for some baseball. And thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes, all the new subscribers. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow evening.